How's it going, everyone? Let me know you're here by hopping in the chat. Loving the setups this week. We still have a few minutes before we get started. What's up, Justin? How you doing? You all ready to help me build a watch list for this week? I see a lot of good setups. We'll just have to see how things go. I see that we're at support on a lot of different stocks, ETFs. I'd like to see, what it looks like tomorrow when the market opens. Would love to see a bounce. Thanks, Preston. Hope you had a great weekend as well. Yeah, I'm ready for tomorrow as well. Everyone has a few more minutes to join. How was everyone's weekend? Do anything fun? Learn anything? Yeah, them Walmart bounces was paying us last week, huh? I'm ready to get paid this week. Yeah. I see some swing trades setting up as well, but I'll announce them as they happen. What's everyone's favorite setups in the chat for this upcoming week? I'm going to check them out as well for you all. Preston, this depends where we open up on AMD. If we open up at 102 on Monday, yeah, I may try that 100 area for a bounce. As long as it's not, it doesn't touch it pre-market, I'm fine with it. And that's actually why I have it pulled up here. It's gonna be one of the first stocks that I'm watching this upcoming week. How's it going, Madman? I guess we can get rolling. It is time. Okay. Everyone can see my screen, correct? No issues, we're good to go. Just let me know in the chat if you can see my screen, please, before I get started. Donovan, I always have some small accounts set up. Always. I'm assuming everyone can see my screen. I'm gonna go on. Okay, this 99.5 is a solid support area on AMD. You can clearly see that's a huge support on this weekly chart, right? If we break below that, I will be looking to take some puts. I'm gonna chart out a little more support and resistance. Give me just a second here, having a hard time seeing this. What's up? Welcome, everyone's just joining. I'm just doing a little support and resistance here. I cleared off all my charts, not all of them, a majority of them, so we could start fresh. Okay. Going back to the weekly for just a minute here. Okay. I have different charts up around me you can't see. I'm just trying to include you all in all this. Okay. We have some solid price targets here. You can go in and fine tune these support and resistance levels if you like. But I'm gonna be watching AMD below 99.5 for puts. More than likely it'll be a day trade, scalp. Or we're gonna, if something happens, we open up around 102 ish. I will be watching it for like a 100 area bounce for calls. Okay. Again, I treat them bounces as scalps. You can check out my other YouTube videos to learn how to trade them. But anyways, and you can see, if we get strength, we could very well bounce and go back up. It has done this several times, had nice moves up at this level, huge support. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow morning. Look in the video since we're already looking at the chip sector. Again, well, I didn't mean to do that, but everything's at this nice support levels. We could very well bounce here. I don't like going short on Nvidia, and I have rarely ever went short on Nvidia or AMD. I prefer to trade long. I like to trade bounces, and that's what I try to look for. I'm not seeing a whole lot here, so this will not be one of my top stocks I'm watching. Unless we bounce and get back in strength, and I'll look for some day trading setups. What's up, Quinn? Welcome. You all, you can post a few stocks if you see some good setups. I haven't looked at all for setups, so. See how Docu is looking on the daily chart here. I don't see anything that stands out. I know JPM has earnings this week. Again, nothing that stands out. Cost. I'm sure cost is looking good. I didn't erase all this. Just removed all my studies on accident. It's just been so strong. It's just hard to get any levels. I mean, we can, and we're over it. Can you all see this? You see how overextended we are from this 9 EMA on the daily chart here? We need to pull back some. And you can see on the RSI as well, but just looking at the gap between the 9 EMA and that daily candle tells me we need to pull back some. I'm sure the same thing with Walmart. Yeah, Walmart definitely. Target. And I like Target better. Let's take a look. Let me go to a weekly time frame. Okay, yeah. Here's something I can work with. Yeah, I like Target above 236.5 for calls. And it could have a decent move above that level, but keep in mind that 240 would be my first price target just because it's that, nice even number. I believe if we get into this gap though, we could possibly see that 250 area. Maybe possibly next week, Just depends. Like a lot of times you see like Walmart, Target, Costco, whenever the market is kind of pulling a little, these will be strong. If you haven't already noticed that. So yeah, this would be one of my top stocks I'm watching as well. Above 236.5 for calls. I would imagine the 237.5 calls or the 240 calls will work fine for a nice scalp or day trade. Facebook. Someone said Facebook. Let's take a look. Okay. Still waiting on this gap fill on Facebook, you can see. Patiently waiting. I mean we're as you can see here on the daily, we've pulled back to this 20 SMA. We're kind of riding it. Same thing on the SPX. We're at the 20 EMA or SMA rather. And we just gotta see what's gonna happen. If we fail this, we can maybe look for some puts. But preferably we bounce and head back up. And ideally, Facebook reaches this 248 gap fill level this week, and we get to bank on that. I will call this trade out on my channel, so no worries. GM. Yeah, this was a trade I took last week. I don't know. I took it off that support, Quinn, for calls. I've already trimmed my position on this. I think we could see that 40. I think we could find this 9 EMA here on the daily around that 41.2 area. If you want to, let me erase these drawings. I do see more potential here. Let me go to the weekly chart. Well, okay. That's a nice support area, right around the 39.3. Support 37.6. I'm gonna document where that weekly 473. That's the weekly 9 EMA. I always like to mark where that is so I know, because sometimes it will reject off that. Sorry if you hear a lot of noise. The neighbor's dog and stuff is really loud. And my daughter is here going wild. Okay. Yeah, Zeke, I already covered AMD. It's one of my top stocks I'm watching. Yeah, I mean, I think we could possibly see. We could look, maybe take GM above that 40 level with $1 worth of room. If we break that, we'll probably find that 20 SMA. But this could be a slower trade. And I got in down here. I already took profits around 30% on some of my contracts, and I'm playing my profits at this point. So if you take this trade, just be sure you know how to manage your risk. J&J, I'll check it out. It's been strong. I mean, we this was one of our top stocks. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I believe. Anybody took this? I mean, we broke the. Let me go to the weekly chart really quick. Yeah, we broke the all-time highs last week. That's what we was looking for before. And I still like this above. Let me go back to the daily. I'm just trying to see if we got a bounce area. No, it's kind of already bounced. So for J&J, and we can watch this. This can be one of our top stocks that we're watching. We can watch it above this 183, the all-time highs. 180 above 183.2 for probably use like 185 calls for this trade, and you can see we got room to that 127.2% fib level, which is 186.4, and above that, if we can break that, I believe we will see that 190 area. Maybe this probably won't happen all in 1 week, and I will treat this as a day trade. Yeah, I'll take a look at LIT. It's at support, Madman. Looks like it's about to fail. Actually, looks like it's about to fail this 20 SMA. So that don't make me very confident about trading this to the upside. Um, you're welcome, Quinn. Let me look at mRNA. Sorry if I'm being too quiet. I'm just trying to see if there's anything worth watching here. I mean, that's a solid support on the daily, around 147. Let's look at UPST really quick. Let's see something. Week. TTD. I'm just gonna go through some stocks really quick, see what's up. Okay. Here's something. Let me remove all these drawings. Lulu. Looks like they had good earnings. Okay. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch Lulu above 389.15. Because I believe if we break that level, we will see that 400 area probably rather quickly. You know, I don't have a lot of experience trading Lulu. I know a lot of people in Team Bull have, but and we've had really good volume, especially the week before last. But if something happens, we come out with strength. I will be watching it for a break of this 389. We can say 390. I think we'll have a decent move after that. Be a nice scalp to watch for. If we break that 400, though, we do have some room for sure past that. $406 would be. Let's look at the daily. The more I look at this, the more I like it. Yeah, I mean, we do have a gap below us to fill too. You could watch this gap fill. I mean, it's not a huge gap, but it is a gap nonetheless. $5 gap. You could watch it, you know, for puts if we get into that gap, but preferably watch it above that 390 level for calls. Yeah, Isaac. I mean, GM looks decent still. Let's look at XOM. Oh yeah, I've been watching it. We could treat it like, there's a couple ways we could trade this, honestly. And it's not my favorite stock to trade, but you could trade it above 87.2 for calls. And if we break that 88.27, I think we will head back towards all-time highs. It may take it a few days or a week to get there, but I think we will. And if we broke the 88.27, my next price target would be the 90 area or right below it. I like to take profits right below them whole numbers like that because you have some big orders sitting right at them sometimes. Big sell orders. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. We can definitely watch this. Just watch our first entry would be 87.21 for a nice day trade / scalp. And if something happens that opens above that, we'll watch it for a break of that 88.27. It's that retracement level on the fib here. because volume has increased some. Brandon, if you want to add your volume to the chart, you just go to setup and add it there, I do believe. Or style, I can't remember. Brandon, get with me after this and I'll help you out. It's been a long time since I've done it, honestly. Okay, Amazon. Let's check out Amazon. Well, I see Amazon failed that huge support area that I had drawn out, and I missed it somehow. I thought I had alerts set. I guess not. I mean, it's got some room now. I don't know. Like, we could look for a bounce around this whole 3,000 area. But keep in mind, Amazon is what I had my biggest losing trade on ever. If you don't know what you're doing, it can absolutely destroy your account because it's so expensive to trade. SoFi, I mean, I'm still holding some calls on SoFi. Plenty time to expiration. We'll see what it does. No thoughts really. TSM, let's check it out. TSM. Let me remove all these drawings. Let's go to the weekly chart. I mean, it looks weak, honestly. We have earnings. The 11th. What is today? We have earnings tomorrow. Trying to see how it did. Some of the earnings before last earnings, it did really well, as you can see. Let's go to the daily chart. If I was going to take TSM on a bounce, it would have been that 100 area, but we've already failed it, so unless we just open above it, that would be definitely out of question. If anything, we could take a reject off of it, unless it comes up towards that level with good volume, then it more than likely it's going to break it. I'm just going to go through some stocks. Someone says SoFi. Let's take a look at it. I mean, it's sold off quite a bit. It's in a downtrend. Hopefully it can break out of it before too long. So, anyone else have some stocks to look at? I like that XOM a lot. Say we got XOM to watch, Target to watch, AMD is one of our top stocks to watch. Then look at Baba. I tell you something we could watch on Baba is we could watch it for some puts actually. I honestly like it below like that 100 or just 99.37 area for puts. You can trade this however you like. I'll treat it as a day trade. And there's just no perfect I don't say a perfect entry point, but I believe we just give it we give it to like 99.5, let it fill that area, then possibly take it for some puts, maybe use a little further at expiration. And if we get back above that level, just simply get out of the trade at break even or a very small loss. That's how I would handle this. And this is not one of the top stocks I'm watching. I'm just giving you all some ideas, maybe write down. If you see this happen, try it out. Coinbase, let's check it out. Okay. You know what we could watch on Coin here? This 150 area bounce. Let's go to the weekly chart really quick. Or, it could very well bounce at this 155 area. Let's see where it opens tomorrow. Hopefully, if it opens below this, we'll watch this 150 area. We may be able to catch it off a nice bounce. Or, when we have failed bounces, what do? We go with puts, right? When we fail these big areas of support, we switch to puts and we play it to the downside. When I'm trading, when I'm using puts to trade, I'm always more cautious because I'm much better at trading to the upside, but I always wait for the retest. I don't take the initial break. I wait for it to come back up and retest that area, then sell back off. That's where I enter that trade. Just so you all know. CMC. Okay. I do like this. I do. Let's see. Let's get the daily chart pulled up. We'll get this Fibonacci tool out. I like it above 42.85 for calls. I haven't looked at the calls. I don't know if they have any liquidation or not, but this might be worth trying out for a swing trade because we're kind of a. Let me go back to the weekly. It's kind of a flag on the weekly too. Let me show you what I see. Do my best to draw this. Well, I got my indicator, my drawing set up where it like automatically snaps to the bottom of wicks. It's kind of hard to draw a flag. You see, kind of a flag. Let's duplicate this. Yeah, could take it a while to get there, but I do believe that we got some upside here. And I'll say this again, I know I keep repeating myself, but these trades don't always play out like we want them to. That's why it's super important to understand risk management and how to manage your position before you enter any trade. Yeah, that 42.84 key area. Definitely be watching this. Check out that daily candle here. What's everyone think when you see that type of candle? CAT. Kind of looks like a bear flag, or trying to bear flag. Look at the weekly. You're welcome, Elizabeth. I don't see anything that stands out to me, honestly. What's up, Caleb? But yeah, I believe we have some solid stocks to watch. I really like that. I forgot the name of the stock. What was it we was looking at? CMC, wasn't it? Yeah, CMC. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. We'll see how it goes, Caleb. We're at some good support areas. We'll see if it bounces or fails them. Either way, we're gonna make some money. Yeah, I'm just writing down this setup as CMC setup. Okay, so we're watching. Yeah, I'll check out BA. Let's look at it really quick. Look at the weekly. Sorry, my charts are a little messy. I thought I erased most of them. I guess I didn't. I mean, I'm not seeing nothing crazy. It looks like it's trying to hit, get into like a. Well, it's not trying to. It is in a downtrend. It's kind of heading down. You may be able to, short it down to this 163 area. BA is definitely one of my least favorite stocks to trade. I just do not like trading it. Roku. Let's check out Roku. I mean, we got a good bounce area coming up. If we fail this 100 bounce area. Catch off a nice bounce there. Or if we can get a little strength. I like Roku above. Actually like it above this 135.9, 136 area for calls. The daily chart. I bet that 100 bounce area would be nice for a nice scalp. They tend to respect them psychological hold numbers. Caleb, Costco's overextended. It needs to pull back some, and when that's going to happen, I don't know. But it will eventually pull back some. I don't. And when something's that overextended, I hate chasing. But that being said, you can scalp above them all-time highs when it breaks some levels. Just scalp. I should have listened to myself a year ago and bought into Costco with some leaps, but I didn't. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's why I love catching them bounces like that. That's right. The them bounces, I love them. I mean, the thing about a bounce, um, you see like selling volume going crazy, it's probably gonna fail that bounce. You see the selling volume dying down, um, chances are you're gonna catch that bounce. And even if you don't make a huge, a good profit, it usually gives you time to get out at a break even trade. Gives you a little more time to manage your position. Yeah, yeah, gold's been strong, man. I like this setup. Let me just remove all these drawings. Let me see. Let's look at the weekly. I mean, I like it where it's at. It looks good. Let me look at the monthly for a second. A little bit overextended, but see something right here. I mean, I think we could see that 183 level. And Brandon keeps saying the gold's squeezing, so definitely something to keep an eye on. And there are different stocks you can look at when stuff like that's in play. You don't have to just trade the GLD here. You can look at other gold stocks as well. See if you can find some good setups. Stuff like this, it's usually a pretty slow mover. When I'm in a trade, Pacific, I watch the 1 minute and 5 minute. But while I'm waiting on my trade to confirm, I only watch the 5 minute charts. Yeah, Walmart, I'm just gonna, Walmart is gonna be one of them stocks I just look at every morning for a nice setup. Um, Nothing, it's been really strong, but I do feel like it and Costco, they need to pull back a bit. Um, but we'll be ready for it regardless. We'll definitely be trading it this week if I can see a good setup. Yeah, that Walmart been paying us for real. I think I have checked out everyone's stocks. Um, I mean, we've got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks to watch. A nice potential swing trade on CMC. Gold's on high watch this week. But yeah, we'll see how it looks in the morning. I'll have more updated levels for y'all then. Be sure to catch my Instagram live in the morning. Everybody that's on here, if you want to get in the March mentorship or May mentorship rather, it's now available. You can go to my link to join that. I have a post on Instagram that gives you all the details. But yeah. Um, I'll catch you all in the morning. I'm gonna relax for a bit.